Hey, what's up, church? As always, it is good to be with you for this week's edition of what is happening in our church. Friends, again, thank you so much for your participation and all that we have been about these last few weeks. Thank you for your presence here in worship and online and for all your comments on that. I really, really appreciate that. We have such a great church and such wonderful people who help make things happen here. So just want to say thank you for all that you've done. We've started the new year off in really, really good fashion, and a lot of that's due to your hospitality and your generosity as well. If you've been with us the last few weeks, you know that the spring is usually for us a real high point in our mission activity, and we are gearing up for our Build-a-Home Spring Build. You heard me announce that the family that has been chosen in Pernitas are the Uribe family. We're excited to be with them. We've known about them for a few years, and so this year they're the recipients of a brand new home. They're excited about that, as you can imagine. There's a lot of prep work that goes into Build-a-Home. As you see on the screen there, we have 3 pre-builds that are coming up. The first one is in a couple of weeks on the 29th here. We'll be making floor boxes and headers and stair boxes and doing some painting and all that kind of stuff. There's a number of you have asked me about how you can participate in that. Just show up on the day, whether you can be there the whole time from 9 to 4. We'll have breakfast, we'll have lunch as well. If you can be there all that time or just for part of that time, your help would be very, very appreciated. We have a great time together. This is an opportunity for folks who cannot go to the actual build in March to be a part of this, a significant part of this, and just the fellowship that we have with one another is second to none. We also have a lot of youth who participate in this. They're honing their skills in carpentry and reading plans and doing their math skills, all those things that are there. So we invite all of our youth to come as well. 3 pre-builds, the 29th, and then 2 of those in February, the 12th and the 26th. This is a big part of what we do. And we will be loading the truck up on Friday, March the 4th, and then we'll be traveling down to the valley on March the 5th for our build, which will be March the 5th through the 11th of the next week. That's our spring break here. This year, we are excited. We have, because we're doing an extra weekend, we have a number of folks that are able to join us that have not been able to be a part of it in the past. So if you're excited or are interested at all about, and excited too, about coming to Build-a-Home and still have a few questions, please see me or Gail McLeese or anybody that's been a part of that, and we'll be glad to hook you up with that. But again, just want you to get that on your radar screen that our pre-builds are coming up, and we are looking forward to all the help that you may be able to provide. So there's that. Also, what's happening is we want to let folks know that the first Wednesday in February, we're going to kick off our recharge again. That is our midweek discipleship opportunity. This year, we're going to do a little bit different. We're not going to have the worship part this time, but we will have the meal. A lot of you have expressed your real intention to want to get together for the meal, and then we're going to have a number of discipleship opportunities to follow after that. We'll gather at 5:30 for our meal, and then about 6:15 to 7:30-ish or so, we'll have our youth groups, Bible studies. We'll have other topical studies that'll be happening there. Our adult discipleship team is forming here at the church, and we're going to be meeting to talk about what that involves and putting the final touch on those offerings that are there. So by the time we start recharge, you'll have several options that you can choose from. This year in 2022, we really want to push people into discipleship opportunities. We feel like that those small groups and that experience is very important in growing in our own personal faith development. So if you have not been a part of that yet, I invite you to consider that. Also, Sunday morning, we have 2 or 3 offerings for our adults in particular. And I'm just going to tout my class that meets on Sunday, Radical Disciples. We just started Henry Nouwen's book, Return of the Prodigal Son. So if you're interested in that on Sunday morning, know that we have that. Ron Carlson has a class as well. Great group of folks that are there. Sandra Hughes is going to be starting SOAP, which will be coming up at the end of the month. So lots of things that are already in the pipeline, and we hope that you will stay tuned and become a part of that vital, vital part of your faith development that's there. Secondly, we just want to say thank you to all of you who have turned in your pledge card for this year. A lot of you are doing it online. That is so wonderful. As we announced on Sunday, you're able to scan the QR code that's there. You can do it right now if you haven't done it yet, and that will pull you up to the financial giving page, and you can fill all that stuff out. Thank you to all of you who are turning those in on Sunday and who are participating in that manner. As you know, we keep our stewardship here kind of on the down low, sort of low key. That's there. I don't want to be all about money, but it does take your generous contributions to continue the mission and ministry of this church. And so thank you to all of you who've already made that commitment for this year. Finally, I think, folks, I just want to remind folks that this year, the decision has been made by our worship committee with the success of our Fifth Sunday fellowships that's there that we wanted to do more of that. So instead of doing our Fifth Sunday fellowships, we're going to take the first Sunday of every month, and that's normally our communion Sundays. We're going to combine that into one worship service at 10 o'clock and just come together as a fellowship and as a body of Christ there, share with one another, and all that is always a blended service with our music and all of our offerings that we have there. So just know that this year, and we will publicize this information as well, but this year, the first Sunday of every month is a one worship service at 10 o'clock. We'll have Holy Communion. We'll be celebrating some thematic things through the year that's there as we celebrate being one body of Christ there. We do want to let folks know that we are not sacrificing our small group and discipleship opportunities on those days as well. And all of our groups have decided that they want to continue in their Sunday schools and small groups, including our youth and my Sunday school class as well. So we're going to be meeting for discipleship at 9 o'clock on those first Sundays, and then we all join together for worship at 10 after that. And again, we'll be publicizing more of that information to come. But in the meantime, we are here. We are continuing to worship at 9 and 11 on all those other Sundays that are there. It has been great to have familiar faces and new faces as well in our live in-person worship that we have, but also we know that our live streaming is also generating a lot of new viewership as well. So thank you for that. However, you're participating in the life of the church, we do appreciate that. We want to continue in that and just know that there is a place here in this church for you in whatever form or fashion that presents itself. So until we see each other again, we hope that you have a great week, and we'll see you on Sunday. Bye-bye.